Right. Steve, will you lead us in the pledge?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. So, has everybody had a chance? No, you don't want the long drag? Has everybody had a chance to review the minutes of the city council meeting of July 2nd?
Yes. I make a motion to approve the minutes.
I'll second.
It's been moved and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Any requests to be out of state?
Yes. Mark sent in an email. He'll be gone the 2nd to the 11th. And he will be absent for the August 6th meeting.
And then, okay.
What?
No, I'm good.
So, 6th meeting, okay?
I will move to approve that.
Okay,
I'll second.
been moved and approved to let Mark be out August 2nd through the 11th, right?
Correct.
Yep. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And opposed? Unfinished business, we're gonna vote on Small Cities Month proclamation.
Thank you, Joe, for preparing that.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I guess my question on that would be, so it says declare July 2019, is it gonna be July every month or every year?
I can't answer that, that's why I just did it for this year. I don't know.
I think July 29th.
We can do it again next year,
Okay.
if that's the case, cause I don't know.
Okay,
I didn't have a lot of background in it, so.
July 2019. I think it's worthwhile to have that discussion every year, just small cities are important.
Yep.
So I would.
well, if you read it, it says that it's the majority of municipalities across the US are small cities, under 50,000. So virtually every city in Montana.
Yeah.
So,
I would move to approve this proclamation.
I'll second.
been moved and seconded, all those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
And opposed? Oh, I have to say aye too, don't I?
Or you don't have a quorum.
Or we don't have a quorum, yeah. Resolution number 840, fixing the limits of the salary and compensation for certain city officials and employees. There's also, there's a salary schedule in there. With,
Because that's a little confusing.
yeah, are there any questions for Jody or me or for Mike, because we're all on the budget committee?
And if you said this before, I missed it, just questioning, how the new guy is the highest paid?
No, they're the same page. We brought everybody up to that.
Okay, but he's asking the same question that Mark asked in our
Oh.
meeting, is why is Kevin?
At 20?
Because he doesn't have health insurance.
Yep.
It's actually lower paid.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yeah, because he doesn't have his wife has full family coverage paid.
Okay.
So he doesn't take our health insurance.
Got it.
I would move that we approve resolution
Do we have to
840.
vote on this?
Yes.
Okay, it doesn't say vote.
It's okay, it doesn't have.
It is a resolution that we need to.
You
pass,
have to
right?
vote on
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
I
vote
forgot
on
the
the
vote,
resolution.
but
Okay.
yeah.
Sorry, Mike, I'll try to talk louder for you.
Just turning on my hearing aid.
I'm gonna get you one of those old fashioned.
There you
The,
go.
There you
the
go.
horns.
Granny horn.
So it's been moved, do I have a second?
I'll second.
Thank you. It's been moved and seconded to approve resolution 840, setting the salaries for city officials and employees. Is there any more discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed? Yeah, that one passes. Teton County Emergency Operations Plan. This is something we have to do is it every 3 years?
I think so. I think the last one was 15. so,
Okay, so 3 or 4 years,
yeah.
and,
There will be another one too coming, disaster plan that Steve Rose will actually come to, possibly Paul will be coming to the meeting think the next meeting,
Mhm.
August 6th, to talk about that. Basically, we'll go through what happens in a flood and stuff like that, so that there's two different ones.
Right, and I think Paul did that last year, which is why this got updated last year,
Could be,
because we had the high water events.
could be.
And so this is just a housekeeping thing that we have to do.
Well, were there changes made, or,
She said no.
okay.
It looks like it complies with MCAA.
Mm.
It just
Lines
has
out.
to
With
be updated
federal- Yep.
every time the legislature meets.
Yep,
Okay.
so. Are there any other questions on that? Do I have a motion?
I so move that we approve the Teton County Emergency Operation Plan.
A second?
It's been moved and seconded to approve the Teton County Emergency Operations Plan. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. And opposed? Vote on the FAA grant application. Again, this is just the housekeeping. Jody, correct me if I'm wrong, but when we went through this before, they said we didn't need a signature. Now we do need a signature, so it's just housekeeping.
They approved it with one signature and then my understanding is they approved it with one signature and changed their mind.
Okay.
FAA did another one too.
Okay.
Was that your understanding, kind of, now?
I don't know anything about this part of it, so.
So is this voting on the grant application?
This is
Or is
just
it
the-
voting on giving me permission to sign it?
Well, if they vote to approve this, you have to sign it.
Sounds good. Okay.
So,
So the grant application, like, we're already getting the grant, but we have to
Right.
fill out.
It's already basically,
We just need
it
a
was in the paper, but then FAA said that they would prefer, since the city's, my understanding from the email that they sent was the city's name is also on the deed, and so they wanted the city to sign it also. Truly, in all the application, there's only room for one signature,
Mhm.
so.
Mm.
I guess I would just raise my hand again in concern and question of us being a signatory on this because of the nature of the airport board being a county.
It doesn't matter, it's city county,
Right.
and,
But
and they're just like our boards. We own the land, they don't, I think is my understanding. The city and the county own the land, not the board.
Okay, so like in the case of the Port Authority would be
You're
able to
different.
own land. But
You're
my
different.
understanding of the reading of when we approved the airport board was it was similar in structure. So I hope
But
we
you-
get clarity on that.
But the Port Authority is never gonna own land. If they do, it would be under the city auspices also, I think, I don't know, I could be
Yeah.
very, very wrong.
But-
Correct me
Yes,
if
I
I'm
don't
wrong,
think
Mel,
that's
I don't
accurate.
know.
But at any rate, I hope we can maybe talk with Jen or someone and get clarification. It just, yeah, I'm not sure on this, but for the sake of moving forward, let's say
It's the
well.
FAA, it's the.
I hear you.
I don't know.
I would move to approve the FAA grant application form.
I will second.
Seconded to vote to approve the FAA grant application. Is there any more discussion? All those in favor say aye.
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 And opposed? Vote on street closure. Real quick on this one. I did talk to Alicia Lear today, and I did talk to Rex's, because Alicia is on vacation. Just making sure that this wouldn't interfere with Rex's truck. And Rex's was okay with it because they are a neighbor, and Rex's is just fine with it. They do use that street for deliveries and like that, but only
Yeah, but not
on
from
Mondays and
3:30
Thursdays.
And not
So-
from 3:30 to 7.
No. No, so, but I felt we should double check because they are a neighbor, and Alicia was on vacation, so
Yeah, and I checked with the Choteau activities and they're fine too, so.
cool.
Perfect.
So,
That's why the change from the no to yes.
okay,
Why the change from the no to the yes?
If you look at the application, it says no, they didn't talk to anyone.
Oh, okay.
So I called Janet, and
this street closure application.
It's, do we have any other discussion on the street closure application? Say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed? Jill, did you get to look at the claims? Do you have a motion to pay the claims?
I'll make a motion to pay the claims.
Second?
Been moved and seconded to pay the claims. Do we have any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. We don't have a law enforcement report or a city judge report, right?
They're probably a little crazy right now, doing everything going on, and we have to teach the, we have to go up and help with the city judge report, just, Becky used to do it, and we can't get, so.
Uh-huh. Is that a Merlin thing, or is that a?
No, it's I can't remember what the software is, but they can do it for us. It was just, we went up and talked to Pete, we just need to, Becky was on vacation last week, so we'll get that done before the next time that it's.
Okay. Mike?
Everybody's got a report. I'll run through it really fast, cause Tom told me not to talk at all, so. Influence going down, I put in all the data from our discharge from Lagoon, just for public information, and so now we have it, if anybody wanted to know what we discharged out of Lagoon. Dry beds are.
Can we ask questions as you go along?
Yep, you can have questions.
So on this first graph, what was the spike last year?
That was, last year, that was the big water in June 19th or whatever. We had a bunch of rain.
We had like 3 inches or something.
We had a bunch of like 7.
Right, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was June, I didn't see the date.
Yeah, we got our annual rainfall in June
Okay.
last year.
But I put last year's and this year's on there just cause I think it's kinda showing that,
We're right, like it's kind of normal.
well, I think we're
Might
running
be windy.
pretty far below that, what we did last year on average.
Mhm.
So, we're making headway, that's the point, so.
Excellent.
We redid the drying beds, got that done, they're pumping sludge to them right now, everything's going good. Sample results are in there, everything's good. Still to replace the flow meter, working on that. There's a water audit in there, we're still losing a lot of water. We're still looking, I think we know where it's at, we just can't find it. There's a budget in there which you can't read unless you have a magnifying glass for chip sealing, and there's a map that shows the streets we're gonna do. It's $126,892 bottom number, and that's to do 2 passes on each one of those streets, so we get a good base. Most of those streets are ones that we're grinding up first. That's it. Oh, we've still been busy with fiber optic guys. I think we're up to, I'm not sure how many repairs so far, but we're billing them for them, so.
Do you know?
Northwest Energy maybe, but it's probably ELM, they contract to do that.
Saw a couple reports at the yard sale site that people got flagged
Flat
because of the.
No, and what the one guy said, don't drive over.
Yeah,
These
but
are
the little yellow.
The little yellow
Flags?
flags.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Oh,
They're supposed to be laid flat, but,
Well, they
Oh, but they're
get
gonna work
pushed
on
out.
it, right?
no, absolutely.
So, but yeah,
But, yeah, just,
they'll be gone when the project's over, but the paint doesn't last,
Yeah.
so
Paint doesn't last long.
better to, drive around them than hit gas lines.
yeah.
That's short enough, Tom?
Will do.
I do have one question. We're still working on the manhole lining for this year.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
That's in August. We're gonna hopefully start chip sealing August 5th. That's the date we have penciled down. I have no idea how it's gonna go. We're talking mid to late August for the manhole relining, or lining, I guess. I have a feeling it might actually be in September.
I have.
On the fiber optics thing, are they letting people know ahead of time when they're coming and?
Oh, yeah.
Cause we didn't get notified, but. That they don't-
Oh, not in
No,
the
not down
hours,
the
no.
alley.
Oh, okay.
They're not gonna notify you down the alley, but when they come to do the drop in your house, they probably won't do it unless they talk to you,
Oh, okay,
so.
but they, okay, is there a schedule, do we know?
No,
No, okay.
it's whatever they get done per day.
Yep.
That'd be nice.
Well, it's not realistic, cause things happen.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They hit things and then they gotta fix them.
Thanks for the report.
Thank you, Mike. Jody?
I've been working with Tom. Of course, it's year end and now we're working on the budget. Tom and I have been working one night a week after work. That seems to be the only time that it's quiet enough to. Been working on the budget. He's catching on very quickly. So we did have the one budget meeting. We'll have some more after Dan gets back and Mark's back and I can line up when everybody can be around. But, just so that there's somebody else but me that knows how to do this in case I fall off the face of the earth or something, so. But he's, that's kind of what, everything that's going on right now. Water lines and sewer lines and, but it'll be a really good thing when it's done.
No, that's one nice thing about the fiber optic project is it was in our plan to go out and locate all the curb stops and service lines that we could and determine whether they work or not, which houses don't have them, but guys has pretty much been like a whip on that whole project,
Hmm.
because, it just, and doing it ahead of them.
Yeah.
So at the end of this, we're gonna have a more complete than we've probably ever had. Whatever, I don't know about ever, but better than we have right now.
And it'll all be now.
Well, Mark, we're putting it all into the GIS, right? Awesome.
It'll all be on computer.
It'll be very nice when it's done. It's kind of, but it's a good thing. It will be.
Yeah.
And if we don't know something's out there, they find it for us.
Sometimes even when we know, they find it. So, that's all I have.
Okay,
Thank you.
Steve?
Tonight is the Teton Pass Cooperative Meeting, starting in about 10 minutes. It'll be live on the Teton Pass info Facebook page. It'll also be I would encourage anyone who's interested in Teton Pass to attend that and be involved in the co-op if you want to see skiing in Teton Pass.
I don't have anything.
Okay. Board of Adjustments or tree and sidewalk. Public comment. Harold? Nothing?
Well, I guess
Sign
just,
that thing.
just to Jody, that if I learn, we're trying to stay on top of it because Mike Campbell is busy. And, lights and stuff yesterday, but anyway,
James wiped their mower.
huh?
He come and got our mower.
Well, yeah, that's good. You got a good shape for you then.
Hmm?
You got a good shape for you then.
Mike said it was overheating, so I gotta figure out what's going on.
Anyway.
Oh, that's why I gotta put it in the budget.
Harold.
Go ahead,
I
Harold.
was trying to remember there.
If we learn anything, we'll contact Jody and
Okay,
try to keep it going, cause
Mhm.
there's the other one's doing. And
Well, if it wouldn't have been for you coming into the office last week, we wouldn't have this on the agenda.
I think that's the case, and that's what we're trying to keep.
Yep. That's good communication. Tom? Eric, or, oh my gosh, Melody?
We gotta either rebuild it or find it.
If there's no more public comment, I entertain a motion.
So moved.
Meeting adjourned at 6:51.
51.
Thank you, Tom.
You just buy a new
There, I
mower
used it.
motor,
Sit down and have to call.
so it's getting hot.